Heavily feared and respected in the ring, not many dared to even face Canelo Alvarez. But this contender was bold, and worst of all, he mocked and disrespected the Mexican superstar.
When you find out that you can't run, you will do anything to try to stop the heat.
Soon, he would regret his actions. On May 9, 2015, two fierce middleweight fighters went head-to-head in a spectacular bout. The two boxers, known for their formidable knockout power, ensured it would be an enthralling fight. On one side of the ring was Canelo Alvarez, the 24-year-old Mexican at the time. He has a record of 44 victories to 1 loss. The loss comes to the legendary Floyd Mayweather. Alvarez won an impressive 31 of his 44 wins by knockout. The opposite side of the ring was occupied by the American James Kirkland. Kirkland was renowned for his formidable punches, which saw him take down a lot of his adversaries before the 12th round. Kirkland had won 32 fights at the time, with 28 of them coming from knockouts. Kirkland was in incredible form, as he won his last 5 matches with impressive knockouts. Kirkland also had a reputation outside the ring, as he had been convicted twice. Before the fight, Kirkland made many remarks mocking Canelo and promising to dominate the ring and show the Mexican who was boss. Many vulgar remarks were thrown in the way of Canelo. Recently, after losing to Floyd Mayweather, some expected a downward slope from Alvarez, but it was anything but that. Canelo's next 2 fights were easily won with phenomenal knockouts. One fight came against his fellow compatriot, Alfredo Angulo. Finally, all proceedings were wrapped up, and the real treat was here. Right from the start, you could see the tempo of the fight as Kirkland charged aggressively with the hopes of unsettling Canelo and getting the upper hand early on. Canelo absolved the wave of blows from Kirkland and slowly began to get into the fight, sending blows and combinations the way of his opponent. Canelo became dominant, cornering Kirkland. Not many times was Kirkland ever boxed up. A good right hook from Canelo Alvarez saw Kirkland stagger and fall. From there on, in the first round, Canelo dominated. His aggression was on display as Kirkland, who was still evidently dazed, was on defense. Canelo kept a little distance from Kirkland as he bombarded the American with body shots and an uppercut. None of Kirkland's blows connected with Canelo, and he was suffering in the first round. The first round ended with Kirkland being cornered and suffering an onslaught from the Mexicans. The second round brought much of the same, as Kirkland was on the receiving end of Canelo's numerous barrage of blows that consisted of body shots, hooks, and uppercuts. Many were astonished to see the Americans still standing. Kirkland looked helpless. Kirkland was constantly boxed to the edge of the ring, where he would clinch Canelo to reduce the battering. Slowly, the American began to grow into the fight as he drove the fight into the middle of the ring. The two began to exchange a good amount of blows. Kirkland's resolve and resilience were on full display. Now it was Canelo who was getting cornered. But this didn't last. Both fighters were incredibly experienced and knew how to take a beating. The ending of the second round saw both going equally at each other. Kirkland was arguably the better fighter in the second round, but the third round saw a change of tide as Canelo Alvarez dominated. A nasty uppercut from Canelo saw Kirkland fall to his knees. Everyone knew the end was coming soon. Kirkland got up again, showing character and resilience. But soon he would go down again. A devastating overhead blow from Canelo at the edge of the ring saw Kirkland go down for good. There was no getting up from this. Even more scary, this was the end of James Kirkland's boxing career. Impressively, Canelo successfully landed 20 of his 28 punches in the third. Kirkland learned to respect Canelo Alvarez the hard way. This is one of the biggest highlights of Alvarez's career, and it warned future fighters not to take him lightly. Thanks for watching our video today. If you liked the video, please subscribe for the hottest boxing content out here. We have more boxing videos coming your way, so be on the lookout.